Hey guys, wow, I'm a lot crooked. Sorry about that. My laptop decided to poop out on me, so I'm trying this on a phone and, propped up with a yoga mat. I've got a wooden spoon out here. I've got all sorts of stuff. I'll invest in a mic and a tripod soon, I promise. Anyway, let's get started on doing some yoga though. We're gonna start out on our hands and knees, tabletop position. So hands directly underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. We're gonna start out with a little cat-cow. Rounding and arching the spine, tucking in, and then lengthening back out in that opposite direction. Hands are under shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, pressing through the heels of your hands, and just getting some blood flow going in that spine. Nice full range of motion. And as you're doing that cat-cow, if you want to add on anything right there, feel free to. If you want to sit all the way back into a child's pose maybe before you pull back up and arch through that spine, you can rock those hips side to side, roll out your shoulders, your neck, whatever you need to do. Just pay attention to your body, how you feel, where you need to stretch, where you need to get some blood flow going. Still working with those nice deep breaths. A few more right here. Again, doing whatever your body needs. And then with your next exhale, go ahead and come into a neutral spine. From that neutral spine, stay right here. And you're going to take your right arm, reach it up in the air. Twist through the torso, gaze up the length of that arm. Spread out your fingers. A big breath in. Let it out and come underneath your body, threading the needle, dropping your shoulder and the side of your head. Do that 2 more times. A big breath in, open up. Exhale and slide underneath. 1 more time, lifting and breathing. Exhale, come under and stay here. Dropping that shoulder, dropping the side of the head. If you want, you can take that left arm from here up in the air, bend the elbow and take the back of the hand toward the right side of the waist. Leverage right there and open up, pulling that left shoulder back, pulling the elbow back, opening up your chest. If you want to take this a little further and play with that balance, firmly press that right knee into the mat, back of the right shoulder and back of the right hand, and then take that left leg up in the air. You're still feeling pretty confident, reach on back there with that left hand, grab an ankle, grab some toes, grab your pants leg, see if you can maintain that posture, driving your toes up to the sky. Another inhale, exhale, pull yourself back down, reach that arm forward, come up onto your hands and knees, once again in tabletop position. Cat-cow right here, just once or twice, whatever you feel like you need to do to pull yourself back in. Come to neutral, and then do the same thing with that left arm. Starting with a reach up to the sky, opening up the chest, stretching out the fingers, turning the gaze up, big breath in, let it out, and slide underneath your body. 2 more times just like that. Big inhale, come up, and exhale, come under. 1 more time, breath in, look up, breath out, slide underneath, drop the head, drop the shoulder. Same thing here, you have that option to take the right arm up in the air, bending the elbow and taking the back of the hand to the side of the waist. Leverage and open, pull the shoulder back, pull the elbow back. Keep pressing down with the back of the left hand, back of the left shoulder, and if you want, take that right leg up in the air. Reach on back with that right hand if you want. Grab a hold of the ankle, toes, foot, anything you want. I know I'm not really close to the edge of the deck, but I still kind of feel like I'm going to fall off the side right here. You got 1 more inhale. Exhale and pull yourself out of that. Come back to a tabletop position. Once you're there, you've got another cat-cow right here. Rounding, arching of the spine. Let's do that 1 more time. And then pull ourselves into neutral. Reach forward with your right arm. Let it frame your right ear. Palm can face in, it can face down, whatever works for you. Reach those fingertips away. Start lengthening through the torso, and then extend the left leg, that opposite leg back. Doing the same thing, just reaching back with the toes as you reach forward with the fingers. Try to keep your chest and pelvis face down to the mat. Keep the core tight, the spine long. 1 more breath in, holding. Exhale and pull elbow and knee together. Bring it in and extend. Tuck in, contract, extend. Here's 3. Press out. 2. 1 more time, extending out, holding steady. And then bring that right arm down by your side. Bend the left knee, see if you can reach on back, grab a hold of some toes or something, and now drive those toes up to the sky. Let that right shoulder blade pull back, the shoulder open. Chest is open, press through the heel of the left hand. One more breath. Let it out and extend out. Pull yourself back down to tabletop. Sit on back, hips to heels, head to mat, and take your hips over to the right. Your arms and head over to the left. Grab a hold of that right wrist with your left hand. Give a little pull on that arm. Open up through the side body. Stretch out that hip. Breathe in. Breathe out. And come on back into center. Pull yourself back up to tabletop. Shake it out. Cat-cow, whatever you need to do here. And let's take it to the other side, extending that left arm out by the side of the head. Reach forward with those fingertips. Lengthen out. And then take the right leg back and up when you are ready. Finding the opposition between the toes of the right foot, fingers of the left hand. Chest and pelvis face down, core is tight, navel to spine. And with that next inhale, let's tuck it in. Elbow and knee come together. Exhale, extend out. Pull it in and press away. Here's 3. 2 more. Last one. Extending out, holding right there. Bring your left arm down by your side. And if you want, bend the knee. Reach on back. See if you can grab a hold of the foot, the toes, the pants, whatever you want. Still keeping chest and pelvis centered, but driving the toes up. Pushing down with the heel of that right hand, letting your chest open. One more inhale. Exhale, extend out. Hold for just a moment. And then come back down to tabletop position. Sit back, hips to heels, head to mat. Take your hips over to the left this time. Arms and head come over to the right. Grab a hold of that left wrist with your right hand. Give a little pull on that arm and open up that body on the left side. Rib cage is opening, hopefully feeling the stretch down the shoulder and all the way into the hip. Pull yourself back into center. Let your head sink down as far as it can. Let your hips press back. And then take your arms behind you. Clasp your hands if you can and reach the backs of your hands toward whatever is behind you. Pull your shoulders away from your ears and slide your shoulder blades into your back pockets, keeping the arms as straight as possible. If this doesn't work for you, you can always grab a strap, and what you would do is just hold on to it with that strap in the middle. Your arms might be this far apart. They might be close together. Everybody's a little different. Now start taking those arms up in the air if you can. Reaching the backs of the hands up to the sky and forward towards your head. Start to feel the shoulder blades coming toward each other and toward your spine. Your shoulders pulling away from your ears, getting that good stretch. And then keeping your hands clasped, take the backs of your hands to your low back. Roll yourself up onto your knees into that modified camel. Push your pelvis forward, arch your spine, folding in half at the navel as you open your chest to the sky. Let your head drop back, your elbows pull back, and your shoulders drop. You've got a breath in right here, and let it out. Bring your head forward and slowly lower yourself all the way back down to the mat. Your hips push back to your heels, your head comes down to your mat, and then reach your arms forward to frame your ears. Bring your palms all the way together and point your fingertips to the sky, your elbows down to the mat. Try to keep your arms framing your ears and use your core to pull yourself back up onto those knees. Another camel modification right here. Still trying to fold yourself in half. Drop the head only if it doesn't make you dizzy. If it bothers you, bring that head back up. Now try to really drive your fingers behind you. Feel those arms leading your body back, opening up through your chest a little bit more, getting into a deeper stretch. And then pulling all the way back down. You're going to start sitting back onto those heels. And then let your elbows, forearms, and hands sink down. Head is the last to drop. This time, let's take our arms down by our sides, hands hanging out near the feet. Pull yourself up in the air, arms just dangling by your sides. You're going to pull those shoulders up, back, and down. Depending on your flexibility, you might need to flex your feet right here, dig your toes into the mat to be able to grab your heel. If you still can't grab it, don't worry about it. Just do the best you can. Right hand is going to come back. Left arm is going to come over the left ear. You're just going to reach back, open your chest to the sky, trust yourself, and then do a big switch with those arms. Left hand comes down and right arm comes up and over. Open yourself up and switch again and switch. Start working at your own pace, just going back and forth with that. Feel the torso open, lots of blood flow going. Shoulders are getting stretched out. Spread out those fingers at the same time that you do this. Try to lock those legs in place. Tighten through the inner thighs. Find that stability. Trust yourself. And the next time your right arm comes up in the air, keep it up there and then bring that left arm up to meet it. Turn the palms back or to face each other, whatever works for you, and start folding back again. Trust yourself, sink into it. Now, see if you can keep your torso where it is, but reach those hands back. And both hands are gonna grab those heels now. Your shoulders pull up, back, and down. Shoulder blades slide together. Your head sinks. Push the pelvis forward, fold in half at navel. Inhale, exhale. Pull your head up, pull the body up. Point those feet if you've got them flexed, and slide yourself on back down again. Hips to heels, head to mat. Once you're all the way down here, just let that low back release in that direction. And when you're ready, reach forward, hands on the mat, and pull yourself up to tabletop position. You can do a little cat-cow right here. You can rock those hips, drink water, adjust your clothing, whatever you need to do. You've got a breath or two on your own. And then you're going to come into a neutral spine. Dig your toes into the mat and push up and back into that downward facing dog. Work your way into this however you want to. Maybe pedal those feet one at a time, bending your knees, working your way into it, letting that tailbone rise up to the sky, your chest push back towards your thighs, head between the arms, just working your way wherever is best for you. Maybe you take your feet out wide, maybe you bring your feet in closer to your hands, find the position that works for you. Get that spinal stretch through the backs of the legs. And then let's push forward into a full plank position. Hands under shoulders or slightly forward. Pull those shoulders back, slide your shoulder blades into your back pocket. Keep your spine long, your abs tight, navel pulls up. And then just press straight back, downward facing dog. And let's push forward into plank again. And push back into down dog. Push it forward into plank. Push back into down dog. 2 more times, pushing forward and pushing back. Push forward, push back, and take the right leg up in the air into a 3-legged dog. Take the rotation and bend the knee. Let that right foot dangle behind you. Right hip is on top of left. And you're just opening through the pelvis, doing those little hip circles if you want, or just hanging out right there. Give yourself a few breaths. Get some blood flow going in that pelvis. And then extend that leg back behind you, back into 3-legged dog, just a full extension. Flex the foot, push the heel away, and push forward into a 3-legged plank. Know that you can drop your left knee down if you need to. Now press back into a 3-legged dog. Push forward into 3 plank, push back into 3 dog. You got 3 more of those. Pushing forward and pushing back. Forward, press on back. 1 more time, forward. Press back, stay here. Take the toes of the right foot and put them on the heel of the left. Push your body weight forward. You're in a funky little plank right there. And you're gonna let your ankle, left ankle, drop to the floor. Right foot comes behind, your right arm comes up in the air. You're in a side plank position. You can gaze up to the sky if you want to, or you can keep your eyes on the horizon. 1 more inhale. Exhale, hand down, but take that right leg back up. See if you can maintain that 3-legged plank. And finally, bend your elbows, hover toward the mat, and then drop the pelvis, push away into your cobra. You can keep those elbows soft, you can straighten the arms, whatever you want to do. Just take that spinal stretch. And then sit back into child's pose. Hips to heels, head to mat. Lengthen out, reach those fingertips forward, let your hips sink and your low back relax. Another inhale here. Exhale, and let's push it forward, tabletop position. Cat-cow or whatever you need. And when you're ready, find downward facing dog again. Work your way into this one however you need, same as before. You can pedal those feet, rock your hips, move your hands around. Find that position that works for you. Where you feel like you're getting a stretch, but you can hang out for a long period of time. Another inhale, another exhale. Let's just push forward into that flat plank and press on back to down dog. Press it forward and press on back. Forward extend and press back 2 more times. Lift that tailbone. 1 more time, flatten, bend and take the left leg in the air. Take the rotation, bend the knee. Left foot dangles behind you. Open up that pelvis, circle the hip if you want to, or just hang out right here, whatever works best for you. And then with your next exhale, bring that leg up in the air behind you, back into three-legged dog with a flexed foot. Now push forward into three-legged plank. Push back into three-legged dog. Push it forward and back. Forward, press on back. 2 more times, just like that. Controlled movement. 1 more time into three-legged dog. Stay here and take the toes of the left foot to the heel of the right. Push it forward and then take that rotation. Open up into your side plank. Reach those fingertips up. Lift your hip. Push the floor away with your right hand. Big breath in. Let it out. Bring the hands down, but try to keep that left leg lifted up. And then bend your elbows, hover, press on up through your cobra or upward facing dog. Child's pose from here. Sit on back, hips to heels, head to mat. A quick breath. And then we're going to tabletop again. Let's stretch out those wrists a little bit. Start by keeping your palms down, but turning your hands so your fingertips point to your knees. Sit back a little bit right here. It might not be much of a movement, but you should get a good stretch in the wrists. When you're ready from there, turn the hands around so the fingertips are still pointed towards your feet, but the backs of the hands are now on the mat. And you're once again trying to sit back just a little bit. It's a pretty intense stretch. Don't worry if you don't get very far. And then place those hands flat. From the wrists, that's where the movement's going to come from. You're going to circle around and first in one direction, and then come around in the other. Do that a couple times, 3 times, whatever you need. And then when it feels pretty good, go ahead and just shake out those hands. Do a cat-cow or whatever you might need. And then we're going to find each other in downward facing dog. Make sure you're taking breaks as needed. Drink water as needed. You can always pause. You can do whatever you need to right here. Once you have settled into that downward facing dog, lift up that tailbone, sink the chest back, take the stretch for a moment, and then reach that right leg up in the air, three-legged dog. You're going to take that right knee and drive it to your right elbow or as close as you can get. Now kick that leg on back. This time drive it over to the left elbow. Stay here, look to the left, and slide it on through into starfish. So that right leg comes through, the outside of the foot is on the floor. Inside of the left foot on the mat. Left arm up, gaze to the sky or to the horizon. Now keep that right leg extended out and bring your left hand down to the mat. Turn your left foot so that foot is facing down. Hands are flat. You're going to bend your elbows right here, lower and press back up. Now kick that right leg up in the air. Take the toes to the heel, push forward, rotate over. You've got yourself a side plank position, open up. Bring the hand back down, bring the right leg up. Bend your elbows, hover, press on up through your cobra, and push back into a downward facing dog. Take that left leg up in the air. Bend your knee and drive it over to that left elbow. Kick it back up in the air. Drive it over to the right elbow, look to the right, and then swing through. Open yourself up into that starfish position. Go ahead and bring your right hand back down to the mat. Turn the right foot and bend those elbows lower. Push yourself back up. Kick the leg up in the air. And from here, push it forward. Three-legged plank. Hover through. And give yourself a child's pose. Sit on back. Hips to heels. Head to mat. I think I missed something right there. That's okay. We'll find it later. Push yourself forward. Tabletop position. Quick little cat-cow. Rounding, arching in the spine. Come into your downward dog whenever you are ready. Right leg up. Bend the knee. Bring it to the right elbow. Kick it on back. Bring it over to that left elbow. Swing on through. Find your starfish. Open up that body. Bring your left hand down. Turn, look down. Give yourself one push-up. Kick that leg up in the air. Toes to the heel. Push it forward. Rotate over. Side plank position. Go ahead and bring the hand down. Three-legged plank. Hover through. Push on back to down dog. Left leg comes up, bend the knee, drive it to left elbow, kick it on back. Drive it over to right, look right, swing through, starfish. Bring the hand down, turn, give yourself a push-up, pull it up, kick the leg in the air, take the toes to the heel, push forward, rotate over. And we're going to hang out here a little bit longer because I missed it last time, so you're going to be punished for my mistake. Holding, breathing, another inhale, exhale, bring the hand down, turn the body, hover on through, press up through that cobra, child's pose, sit on back, hips to heels, head to mat. Next time I'll consider locking the dogs in the house and see how that goes. Pull yourself forward, tabletop, cat-cow, whatever you need to do from here. Rock the hips, roll the wrists, drink some water. We're going to move back into that downward facing dog and add on some fun stuff. Lift that tailbone on up, push the heels down, take that right leg up, bend the knee, bring it over to the right elbow, kick it on back. Bring it over to that left elbow, swing it on through, open up into your starfish. Bring that hand down, turn, and give yourself a push-up, baby. Kick that leg up in the air. Take the toes on down, push forward, rotate over, side plank position. Bring that hand down, bring the right leg up. You got a three-legged plank, and we're gonna hover through, press up through cobra. From here, go ahead and dig in the toes, push back into downward facing dog. Gaze forward between your hands. Bend elbows and knees. Now look past your hands. Drive your knees forward past your hands. Your feet are gonna land right there. Once you're there, lift up the tailbone. Push the knees back. Tuck your chin to your chest. Let your body fold on down. The mosquitoes are starting to find me now. You've got another inhale, another exhale here. Slide your arms back and forward into chair. Arms are gonna frame the ears. You guys keep doing your thing. I'm gonna find the bug spray. You're holding that chair pose. You're breathing. Arms frame the ears. Palms face each other. Sink down nice and deep. A couple more breaths right there. You've got an inhale. You've got an exhale. Bring your hands together. Pull into heart center. Twist it over so the right elbow is up, left elbow is over. Sink the tailbone down. Keep the hands at heart center. You can gaze to the horizon. You can gaze to the sky. And then pull back in. Reach those arms forward for just a second. Hold tight. Put the body weight into the heels. And then bring hands together, heart center. Twist it to the left. Left elbow up, right elbow down. Hands at heart. Tailbone points to the floor. And pull back into center. Reach those arms forward. From here, you're going to straighten your legs, hinge at the hips, trying to take your body parallel to the floor. If this bothers your back, bend your knees or put your hands on your legs. Otherwise, just reach it forward. Try to keep yourself long right here using that core strength. And then just slide on down into your legs. Soften your knees, place your hands flat, and step or jump back into a full plank position. Point those elbows straight behind you, and you're gonna bend your elbows, come down, hover, hold, press straight back up, and let's do that 2 more times. Go ahead and bend those elbows, hover, hold, press straight back up. 1 more time, bend, hover, hold, press up and back, downward facing dog. Take your left leg up, bend the knee. Knee to the left elbow, kick it on back. Bring it over to that right elbow. Swing it on through, open up into your starfish. Bring your right hand down, turn, and 1 push-up. Press it back up. Kick the leg up in the air. Take the toes to the heel, push forward, and rotate over. Open up into that side plank position. Go ahead and bring that hand down. Turn in that 3-legged plank. Bend your elbows, hover, press on up through your cobra. Push back into downward facing dog. Bend elbows and knees, look forward past your hands, and jump. See if those feet are land in between your hands right there. Once you're there, straighten the legs, tuck everything in, let your body just sink and stretch. And then swing your arms back and forward, chair pose. Arms frame the ears, palms face each other, fingers are spread, core is tight, spine is long. Bring your hands together, pull into heart center. Now you're gonna locate your right leg, might look like it's your left leg on the screen, I think we're all mirrored, and figure out where the back of your mat is. Now you're gonna step to the back of your mat and lean into it. You're leaning over that right knee. Toes of both feet point to the long edge of the mat, pushing out with the outside of that left foot. Try to keep your body tall, find that core strength, and then pull up in the center. Just straighten the legs, reach your arms straight up above your head, look up, reach your arms behind you, clasp your hands, reach the backs of your hands to the floor, open the chest, and then fold and sink. So you're just in a wide leg stance right here, tucking your chin in, letting the crown of your head push to the ground and the backs of your hands rise up to the ceiling. Go ahead and pull yourself back up, open your arms wide, turn your left foot to face front, bend that knee and push forward. You're in a warrior two right here. From that warrior two, drop your left arm down into angle. You can either rest or reach. Right arm comes up in the air. Drop that hip on down. Find that strength, find that balance. Another breath in and a breath out. Bring that hand on down, turn the foot, other hand down, kick that left leg up in the air. Go ahead and take the toes to the heel, push it forward, rotate over, open into side plank. Bring the hand down, three-legged plank. Hover through that cobra, downward facing dog. And let's bring that left leg up in the air. Bring the knee over to the left elbow, kick it on back. Bring it to the right elbow, swing it on through, open up into that starfish. Bring that hand down, turn, look down, bend the elbows, push up, kick it back up. Leg comes up, toes come down, push forward. Open into side plank, arm up. Bring that hand down, rotate. Bend your elbows, hover, press up through cobra. Downward facing dog, bend elbows and knees, look forward, step or jump. Go ahead and straighten the legs, sink into it. Swing your arms back, swing forward. Hold that chair pose. Hands together, heart center. Left leg, back on the mat. Step back into it. Just leaning over, getting the strength in the feet, pressing out with the outside of that right foot, leaning over towards that left elbow. Keep your chest high. Find the strength in the legs. And then straighten that leg, pull up tall. You can arch right here if you want to, or you can just stay lifted. And this time you're going to take your arms out parallel to the floor. Fold yourself down and reach out. See if you can grab a hold of those ankles. Tuck your chin into your chest. Point the crown of your head down to the ground. You can use your hands on those ankles if you're able to reach them to pull yourself a little deeper. Try to keep the legs straight. Keep pushing the backs of your knees away from you. Holding. And then opening those arms back up wide, parallel to the floor. Pull up, turn the right foot. Push deep into that warrior two pose. Gaze down the length of that right arm. Hold and breathe. And sink into your angle. Reaching down or resting on the knee. Drop that hip. Holding here. You have another inhale. Another exhale. Go ahead and bring that hand all the way down. Other hand on the other side of the foot. Right leg kicks up in the air. Take the toes to the heel. Push forward. Let's give ourselves a side plank position. Just open up. Pull a hand back down. Right leg is up for just a moment. And then bend the elbows. Hover. Press up through. Sit back into a child's pose. Hips to heels. Head to mat. Push yourself forward. Tabletop position. Quick little cat-cow right here, or whatever you might want to do. Rounding, arching, rock the hips, roll the shoulders, whatever you like. And then when you're ready, get into a long spine. pull the shoulders back. Find the strength in the arms, find the strength in the core. Extend first your right, and then your left leg back. We're gonna go through a quick but challenging series. Point those elbows behind you. Go ahead and bend, press straight back up, rotate side plank either side. Lift the top leg up, reach the arm over ear. Go ahead and pull elbow and knee together, extend out, pull back to plank. You've got a foot up. Bend the elbows, press back up. Go ahead and let the foot drop, rotate side plank, other side. Lift the leg, extend the arm, bring elbow and knee together, extend, drop the hand. Foot is up. Go ahead and bend, press up. Let the foot drop, come over to side plank, other side. Leg up, arm over. Elbow, knee together, extend, drop the hand, leg up. One push up, press up, foot down. Go ahead and rotate over side plank, other side. Leg up, arm over. Elbow, knee together, extend, hand down. One push up, drop foot, side plank. Lift the leg, extend, elbow, knee, out, hand down. One push up, foot down. Rotate over, side, leg up, arm over, elbow, knee, out, hand down, push up, foot drops, knees, feet, sit back. Catch your breath, lengthen your spine, let that heat course through your body, and then pull yourself forward, hands and knees, tabletop. From here, we're going to just get into an easy seated position by driving the knees in between the hands, crossing the ankles, sitting back onto your hips. Reach those arms straight up over your head. Start hinging forward. Keep yourself tall and long for as long as you can. And then when you've reached your range of motion, just fold it on down. Let your body sink. Elbows drop. Shoulder blades pull away. Your head drops down. You're not clenching your jaw. You're not squinting your eyes. You're just dropping to the floor. Hands come to the knees from there. Push yourself up and away from those legs. Fingertips are going to go underneath your knees. Pull yourself into a balanced point position and just let your feet hover above the mat. Now take it into a boat whenever you're ready. And if you just want to hang out right here, this is cool too. As long as you are challenging yourself, you are doing it correctly. Arms can go anywhere in this arc. You're just going to hold and breathe for 10, 9, just kidding, 4, 3, 2, last one. Hands down, feet down. Lift the pelvis, push through the knees, open the chest, take your torso parallel. Fingertips to feet, press down through the four corners of your feet, lift the toes. And then bring your head forward, hips down, extend the legs, reach your arms up overhead, and fold yourself onto your back. Lengthen all the way out and stretch from fingers to toes. Let your back just arch up into a natural, comfortable position. It might be pressing down to the mat, it might not be. From here, bring your arms down by your sides, drive your right knee on into your chest and grab around it. Use your left hand to pull it across into a spinal twist. Right arm comes out by your side. We're not going to do quite as long, deep stretches as we might usually do just because the mosquitoes are still finding me. Pull yourself back into center with that leg. And then extend it straight up in the air. Flex the foot, drive the heel up and the toes back. When you're ready, exhale that foot all the way down to the mat. Let your arms drop. Shake it out if you want, side to side, hips, knees, and ankles. And then other side, the knee comes in. Hold around, pull in. And then bring it across. Spinal twist, left hip stacking on top of right. Left arm opening out by your side. The chest opens to the sky and your head turns and looks to the left. Pull back into center from here and extend that leg straight up in the air. Flex the foot, press that heel up, let your toes drive back. And then float it down. Shake it out again if you want. And let's come up into a quick bridge. Bend your knees, feet are flat. Lift your pelvis up in the air. Press down through the inside of your feet and push away with your knees. Let your spine go long. You can keep your arms by your sides, or you can bring them underneath your body. Walking your shoulders underneath you, clasping your hands, reaching the backs of your hands towards your feet. Open your arms out by your sides if they're not already. Give yourself an inhale and slowly exhale all the way down to the mat. Once you're down there and that low back releases, pull your knees into your chest, holding around the knees. Roll up your head, neck, and shoulders, pulling your knees in towards your forehead, your hips rising off the mat and bringing yourself into a tight ball. Now let's do one more tiny piece of work by extending everything straight up in the air. Flex your feet and press the heels up. Reach your fingertips up, gaze between your legs. Lift your shoulders up off the mat as high as you can. See if you can get those hips up. Just engage everything that you can. Lifting up, pulling in, holding, feeling yourself shake. Get the navel to spine. One more inhale. Exhale, everything slowly returns to the mat, however you want it to go. And as each part of your body touches the mat, just let it relax completely and sink in. Eyes closed, breathing deeper. A few breaths right here on your own. With your next exhale, bend your knees, place your feet flat. Open your eyes and just drop over onto your side. You're going to push yourself up to a seated position. Legs comfortably crossed or straight out in front of you. You can also be kneeling, whatever you'd like to do. Once you're there, pull those shoulders up, back and down. Open the chest, stack the spine, and turn your palms to face up. Take 3 breaths. Inhale, come up, hands together. Exhale, pull down and push behind you. 2 more times. Big inhale, come up. Exhale, down and back. 1 more inhale, look up, bringing it all together. And exhale, look forward, push it all behind you. Thank you guys for dealing with the tilted screen and technical difficulties. I'm going to get this right one of these days. Enjoy the rest of your night. Stay safe, stay healthy.